Good day, everyone. We are Group 3, and today we are discussing with you the market expansion analysis. I am Catherine Anoga, and I am assigned for the sales and cost analysis. So I have here my raw data. Let us convert this into Excel table so we can choose our style here. So our table has headers. For the statistical function, let us find out the average. So for the average, we are using the monthly revenue. Now for the standard deviation, so it's equals to standard deviation, open parentheses, then let us use the regional demand score. Now for the rank, formula is equals to rank, open parentheses, then our number would be the first cell, comma, and then the reference would be the entire array of monthly revenue. Now to have this ranking, we just have to drag this one. Now for the percentile, we have a formula that is equals to percentile, inclusive, open parentheses, and then our monthly revenue as our array, comma, and our 0.25 percentile. Now for the percentile exclusive, we have a formula that is equals to percentile, exclusive, open parentheses, then our array would be the monthly revenue, comma, and 0.75 as our percentile. For the summing and counting function, so let us find the sum ifs. So we have a formula is equal to sum ifs. For parentheses, our sum of range would be the monthly revenue. And then our store ID as our first criteria range. Then we are looking for the Midwest. The next criteria would be the product category and the home goods. Now for the count ifs is equals to count ifs, open parentheses, then our criteria range would be the product category, comma. Then we are looking for the apparel, and then the likely to recommend, comma, and then we are looking for a count of yes. Now for the average ifs is equals to average ifs, open parentheses, then our average ifs range will be the monthly revenue, comma, first criteria would be the store ID, then we are looking for the West, next is the product category as our second criteria range, and then we are looking for the services. Let us create a combination chart with secondary axis. So let us use this data, then insert a bar chart, and change series type, then we are using a clustered column. So as you can see, no, we have to change the title here. So we have the product sales. Now we can also have a quick layout here so that magbibigay siya ng mga datas na kailangan natin. So I'm choosing this one. So this is good now. We have also a legend here, the monthly revenue for adding a picture or icon. So first we have to summarize our data here. So insert pivot table. Then we put product category for the rows and then monthly revenue for the values. Then now we can create a chart out of here. So using a pivot chart, a clustered column one. Then here, now we can add our icon here. So for the apparel, we're choosing an icon of, let's try for a dress. So for the dress, we have to format the data here, and we have to add a scale. So the scale we are using would be 500,000. Now for the electronics, we have also to insert an icon here. So let's have, for the electronics is this one, an atom. Then we have to put then the scale of 500,000. Now for the home goods, so let's have a home for our home goods. Then let us put a scale also here of 500,000. Now for the services, so we can use an icon of a truck, a delivery truck. So here. Then we can also to put a scale of 500. So dapat pare-pares yung ating scale. Now, this chart is also a dynamic because we can filter kung ano lang yung gusto natin ipakita sa ating chart. So once the chart changes, the table also changes. So we can use this one. So let's have an apparel. So here, nag-change din siya ng kanyang icon here. And then this one is the table. Now let us create a spark line. So we're choosing this data here. Inventory cost price index and regional demand. So we're using the line. Now for the range, we have to put this here. Okay, now we can put a high point, low point. We can also have the negative points and the markers. We can also choose our style here. So as you can see. Now for the custom icon sets, let us choose our data. So we're using the monthly revenue. Additional formatting, then icon sets. So we can choose what we want. So I'm choosing this one. So as you can see, no, nagkaroon na tayo ng icons here. Now we can customize this one. So we have to manage the rules and edit it. Then first, let us change this one into a number. Now, for an icon of circle, when the value is greater than or equal to, so let's have 150,000. Now for the triangle icon, the value is greater than or equal to, So that's 50,000. Now, when the value is below 50,000, the icon would be diamond. So let us check kung may apply na. So as you can see, no, nawala na tayo ng diamond here. It's because this data is above 50,000. Now, let us make our chart tables dynamic. So first, let us finally count it up. So count it. So for the range, let us use the salesperson score, comma, and then our criteria. And then for the chart title, our formula is equals to if error, open parentheses, then it will display a text of array, and then the value is the count if na nakuha natin, then comma, then it will display a zero integer, close parentheses, comma, then it will display a word of f if it is wrong. Now for the series title, our formula is equals to quotation mark, sales, open parentheses, and then count is equals to quotation mark, ampersand, text, and then open parentheses, and then the value would be count if again, comma, then it will display a zero integer, then close parentheses, then ampersand, quotation mark, close parentheses, and then quotation mark again. So that's it. So let us now create our chart. So let's have a bar chart. Then mag-change tayo ng chart. So gamit tayo na combo chart using classic column yung merong secondary axis. So now, let us check kung magbabago yung ating chart title. So we have to center overlay here, then put an equal sign at the side of the bar, and then click natin yung chart title na ginawa natin yun. So as you can see na nagkaroon tayo ng chart title na Array 3. Now, let us have a series title. So for the series title, gamitin natin itong ginawa natin kanina. And then, para mag-appear siya sa chart, let us put this as a legend. So ayun na, nagkaroon na tayo na legend. Now, if nag-change yung ating count, okay, change din kaya yung ating chart title. So let's see. Pagawin natin yung ating criteria. So let us choose the criteria of here, 76. So, okay, nag-change yung ating chart title as Array 1. At the same time, yung ating sales count na is equals to 1 day. Now, let us create a checkbox. Using the developer tab, insert checkbox here. Then let us put it here. So, editin na natin yun. Text na lang dito. And then, so, we can put it here. Then, let us format it. So, check natin ito. And then, pwede natin here. Now, to have a header here, we have a formula of is equals to transpose, open parentheses, and then we select this array. Now, for the header here, we just have to copy this one. Then, let's put it here. Now, for the data here, our formula is equals to if, open parentheses, and our logical test is true, then comma, then if the value is true, then we are referring to the product category. Now, for the entire data, we just have to drag this. Now, using this table, we can create our chart. So, insert. So, I'm using a bar chart na lang. So, let us rename our chart as product sales. Now, we can change our chart first using a combo chart using a secondary line axis. So, I have here, no? So, let us see kung gumagana yung ating checkboxes. So, uncheck mo natin lahat ng box. So, if we uncheck the boxes, walang naman yung ating chart. At the same time, wala din yung ating table. So, let's see for the product category, then for the monthly revenue, and then for the profit margin. So, that's it for your checkboxes.